Could it be? But me, your man, Louie T. Welcome to the Skill Game, brought to you by Sleeper. We'll get to the Sleeper app here in a bit. But before we do that, let's talk about tonight's Monday Night Football tilt between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Both teams come into the game riding 2-game win streaks, each team looking to extend that to 3 wins. Chiefs started the season off 0-2. Sky was falling. Everything seemed to be going bad. Then they saw the New York Giants, turned their season around, beat them, was very impressive last week in the demolition of the Baltimore Ravens. Now we know the Ravens are a battered and bruised team. So all of a sudden that win doesn't look as impressive. Doesn't matter. That was the most impressive we had seen the Chiefs all season long. And now they've got a very ready Jacksonville Jaguars team that has been somewhat of a surprise this season. First-time head coach Liam Cohen has those boys playing football. And he's brought an attitude to this Jacksonville Jaguars team that I think they've been lacking for quite some time since they drafted Trevor Lawrence. There's an edge that he brings, right? No nonsense, in your face, sort of demonstrative. He got after 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh after the game for terminology that he used in his press conference leading up to the game, saying that Liam Cohen and others from the Sean McVay tree are great cheaters, essentially at stealing signs and things of that nature. Or he said they steal signs, which kind of inferred that he was a cheater, got in his face after the game. And that's kind of how Liam Cohen has been. Like, and it's added an edge, it feels like, to this team. And they've come out and they've been really, really gritty. They've produced the most turnovers of any team in the NFL heading into week 5 with 13, 9 of them by way of interception, which is just insane after just 4 weeks of football. So this is a team that has produced turnovers. This is a team that has ran it way more effectively. This is the best we've seen their running back, Travis Etienne, look since his rookie, probably his second year in the league. He didn't play his rookie season, but his second year, he looked pretty good. Then he kind of fell off, and we really haven't seen this guy. But Liam Cohen kind of feels like some sort of running back whisperer, so to speak. We saw him do it in Tampa Bay with all of the backs that they had last year, Rashad White, Bucky Irvin, even number 44, I can't remember his name, but he actually had, some big, games last year as well. So see, Tucker, I think his name is Tucker. Liam Cohen comes over to Jacksonville and he's reinvigorated Travis Etienne. I see a guy in Trevor Lawrence growing with every week in the system, getting more and more comfortable. And this offense is taking shape. Meanwhile, the defense just continues to battle every week, and they find ways to get it done. And you look at Jacksonville and where they are right now as a 3-1 ball club, and they could easily be undefeated right now. If you look at what they've done this season, their one loss was to the Cincinnati Bengals in a game where the Bengals had to come back from behind. There were drop passes, etc. This is a Jags team that could easily be 4-0 right now. So they're playing with an abundance of confidence. Kansas City is coming in winners of 2 straight. And the Chiefs are looking to establish themselves as the team to beat still in the AFC. Buffalo took a step back with that loss at home to New England, so the door kind of feels like it's slightly ajar. If you're Jacksonville, you're trying to go in that door, and this is the team that you got to be able to go through that door against in the Kansas City Chiefs. They are gatekeepers. And if you want anything in the AFC, you either got to go through Kansas City, Buffalo, or Baltimore, where Baltimore looks to be down and out. We'll see if they're out for the count or not. But Buffalo's alive and well, and Kansas City isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So if you want something in the AFC, these are the gatekeepers. These are the teams you have to go through. And if you're Jacksonville, you want all the smoke tonight at home. You can't ask for it any better than this. Monday night, big stage, bright lights at the crib. Go take care of business. Kansas City, they're they're getting healthier and they're getting some of their guys back. You saw that play out on the field last week with the wide receiver Xavier Worthy being back in the lineup. It opened up everything, and they're just getting started. Eventually, they're going to get Rashid Rice back here, and all of a sudden, this thing is really going to start booming. They can get the run game going, and they can get some sort of balance. Right now, they feel a little off kilter from a balance standpoint. They don't run the football effectively enough, nor enough overall. But that also comes with not being ahead in football games. If they can start to establish who they are as a passing offense, I think that's going to open up everything else for them in terms of running the football, the consistency that they're looking for. But this is a quality defense, as they usually are. They're aggressive under Steve Spagnuolo. They're going to come after you. We're going to see if Trevor Lawrence can handle the blitz tonight, because they are going to come after him. And we'll see if he crumbles under that pressure or if he rises to the occasion, makes them pay for being overly aggressive, and is able to put some points on the scoreboard. Can they establish the run like they've done the first 4 weeks of the season with Travis Etienne and that ground game? If the answer is yes, this could be a game where Jacksonville makes a statement. If the answer is no, and they put all of the weight on the shoulders of Trevor Lawrence, I don't know if they can get the win tonight or not. What will be key is turnovers. The Jacksonville Jaguars, as I mentioned, have feasted off of turnovers. They've been sort of a feast or famine football team this season. When they're creating turnovers like they did against San Francisco last week, 5 to be exact, they win football games. It's hard to lose games when you create 5 takeaways. When they don't take the football away, that's when they're at the mercy of their opponent. They're not as good. They're not working with short fields. And that's when you can see Jacksonville not be as effective. So the question will be, can they force Kansas City into a mistake or two tonight? That may be the difference in the game. All the while taking care of the football themselves. Can't give it away if you're Jacksonville, and you need to take it away at least once. If the Chiefs take care of the football tonight, if the Chiefs are able to stay relatively healthy with the guys they came into the game with, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, etc., then I think this is a game that the Chiefs go in and take from the Jacksonville Jaguars and remind them that you're not on our level quite yet. And so I've got the Chiefs winning this game something along the lines of 29-20, right? This is the kind of game I feel like it's going to be 29-20 Kansas City in this one. Well, with that said, I think it's going to be a fun game. And this is an opportunity, just like we saw New England make a statement on national television last night. This is an opportunity for Jacksonville. Nobody has seen Jacksonville. The lay fan, the NFL fan who's been paying closely attention, still hasn't seen the Jacksonville Jaguars yet. This is a different team. I'm just telling you, this isn't the Jacksonville Jaguars under Doug Peterson. This is damn sure not the Jacksonville Jaguars under Urban Meyer. This is a new group. They play with tenacity. They play with grit. This is a good Jacksonville Jaguars football team. Probably the best right now that the AFC South has to offer, although it looks like Houston's starting to get on track. But I still think Jacksonville is the best team in that division right now, not just because of their record, but because of what I've seen from them. But this is a big game. This is a big opportunity for them. They want people to take them serious. They not only need to be competitive in this game. No one's giving out any gold stars for competitiveness. They need to find a way to win, make a statement on national television. We'll see if they can do that. I don't think they can. I don't think they're ready for that quite yet, but we'll see. Should be a fun one. Anyway, let's get to the skill game, brought to you by Sleeper.
The skill game, brought to you by Sleeper.
So, Sleeper is a real money and fantasy sports gaming app that I am absolutely in love with. This has enhanced my sports watching experience tenfold, and I continue to sing its praises because of all that it can do. And I'm about to show you some of the things that it is able to do. If you have not already downloaded this app, what are you waiting on? There's a link in the description of this and every single video that I do. Check out that link. Click it. It'll take you to where you can download the app, and then use my promo code LTN to get you 100% match on your deposit, your first deposit up to $100. Now, if you already have the app, you're ahead of the game. Use that promo code LTN to get you 100% deposit match. And also, we're giving away 20 free bucks in the month of October. So let's go out here, utilize this free money that they're giving away to go win you some big, big money and turn every day into payday here with the app that offers some of the safest and fastest withdrawals in the industry. Let's get to it. Let's take a look at what I am going to do tonight as I attempt to get off the schneid. I'm on a really nasty losing streak right now, but I also know I've been extremely greedy for no reason. So I'm going to get back to the basics tonight. And so we're going to start with Jacksonville and Kansas City. That's the Monday night tilt that we just spoke about. Let's see what the hot picks are. Mahomes, 2 passing touchdowns. Travis Etienne, anytime touchdown. That feels right tonight. I'll take a look at that one in a second. Xavier Worthy, 58.5 yards. What did he do last week against Baltimore in his first game back? 83 yards. Yeah. I mean, and I'm covered by protection. That's one thing I love about this app. They will void one of your picks if that player gets injured. So if Worthy's healthy, he's going to get the football tonight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I feel good about Cam Little kicking 2 field goals. He's a guy that usually kicks field goals every week. So that's something else that I'll keep in mind. Trevor Lawrence, 220. They want to give me extra, so they're trying to bait me into Trevor Lawrence at 220 pass yards. I don't know if I'm falling for the banana in the tailpipe against this Chiefs defense. I think I want to stay away from that. They're trying to bait me in. And he may ultimately have a really big night against the blitz, but I'm gonna stay away from that. That doesn't feel like something that's a winning move. The field goal kickers feel like a win tonight. What did Butker do last week against Baltimore? 3 field goals. Just feels like Kansas City is constantly finding themselves settling for field goals. So I feel like both field goal kickers feel good tonight. Travis Etienne feels like a anytime touchdown type of guy. He can catch a screen. He could run. He's had a touchdown in each of the last 3 games. He feels like a guy that, similar to Devin Achane in Miami, every game there's a Jaguars game, there's a high probability that Travis Etienne is going to score a touchdown. So I'm going to start my picks off with taking a Travis Etienne touchdown anytime. Xavier Worthy for 58.5 yards. I'm going to go ahead and take that. That feels good to me tonight against this Jaguars defense. Cam Little on the field goals. Let me get Cam Little for 2 field goals tonight. Also, let me get Harrison Butker on 2 field goals tonight. And then let's get into the receiving yards and the receptions. You know I love to live in that space. Let's go to receptions and see what these look like. Travis Etienne for 3 receptions. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. He hasn't had 3 receptions but 1 time. Now, against a blitzing defense like the Chiefs, he may be more impactful tonight. I could easily see this being a game where he catches, 4 or 5 catches. But Britton Strange, this is a guy that's just catching a football every week. Trevor Lawrence loves Britton Strange. Loves him. You see the 6 catches each of the last 2 games, 4 in week 1. Only game that he didn't surpass 3.5 was week 2 against Cincinnati. I don't see how Britton Strange doesn't catch 4 or 5 catches tonight. I'll take him on the receptions. Tyquan Thornton with the reacclimation of Xavier Worthy. He seems like the biggest loser in all of this. He had 1 catch last week. He could easily have 2 or 3 tonight. I'm gonna stay away from that, being that they got Xavier Worthy back. He feels like a guy that's kind of out of the mix. Kareem Hunt, only one catch. I'll leave that one alone too. De'Ami Brown, he's healthy. It feels like they want to get him involved tonight. He had 3 in week 1. He had 5 in week 2. He had 2 in week 3. Then he got hurt. He didn't play in week 4 versus San Francisco. He's back tonight. It feels like they're going to want to get him involved. I see him. I'm going to come back to him. Let me see what the yards look like. I think I've done everything I needed to do here from a receptions standpoint. Ryan Thomas. Yeah, I'm going to leave him alone because he's hit or miss right now. Only guy that I love in the reception department for Jacksonville is Brenton Strange. Let's go to receiving yards and just see what that looks like. All right. Etienne, receiving yards. All he needs is 1 catch, 1 screen, but leave that alone. So De'Ami Brown, what was the catches? Let me look and see what his catches were. The catch was at 2.5, so 3 catches. Or do I want the yards? 30.5 yards. I think I'm better off just going with catches for him, not yards. I feel safer. Even though he could pop one. You see what the production was, 52 and 57 the first 2 weeks. But I'm going to play it safe. Just go with the catches for De'Ami. All right. And the young rookie is starting to get more reps. Rashard Smith out of the backfield. I think they want to throw him the ball more. So him at 11 yards, I feel really comfortable with. Because he's the guy, I think they're phasing out Kareem Hunt in that receiving role, and they're trying to feature him a little bit more, which they should. All right. Where am I at right now? So I didn't take Kareem Hunt on no multiplier boost, on no rush touchdown. I'll be adding stuff to my ticket. All right. So let's go back and see what I got. So I got 7 right now for a max of 147. So nothing right now, but I'm just 1 away. And I said I wasn't going to be greedy. And here I am being greedy. So Mahomes, they got a little deal for him. They got a boost for Lawrence. I'm not messing with that. They got a boost for Kareem Hunt. I'm not messing with that. And then they got a little cheap Mahomes rush yards, which I think he's going to throw the football on these dudes tonight. They brought the rush yards down to, so let's go look and see what he's done. I know he killed it the first couple of weeks. Then I don't remember what he did last week. But they moved it down to 20.5. See, he hasn't run in the last 2 weeks. They're trying to take advantage of what he did early in the season. But I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Here's what I will do, though. Let's go see what his combined rush and pass yards are. Let's see if 275. I think I'll do that, though. Combined rush and pass. Because he may have to get out of there tonight. Baltimore's defense wasn't as aggressive, but Jacksonville's, I think, might force him to have to leave the pocket, which if I feel that way, then I should probably just go with the rush yards. But you protect yourself if you go with the pass yards and the rush yards combined. That way, if he doesn't run and he still hits 280 yards passing, you still straight. I feel like he's gonna. I'm gonna do the combined. I'm gonna do the combined. All right. So I think I got 8 now. So, yep, I got 8 now. It feels like it's too much for not enough money. If I'm gonna do all of this, I need too much to go right for me to get this amount of money. So I feel like I should take some of this stuff off. And it won't hurt me too much. And no promos available. It's not the boost isn't high enough to need to hit all 8 of these. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let's see. Let me see. Take off De'Ami Brown. Let's see what they got for anytime touchdowns. Yeah, I don't love none of these anytimes. Other than the Travis Etienne. And Kelsey. Let's go anytime touchdown for Kelsey too. I think that's gonna round me out. So I took De'Ami Brown off. Maybe I need to go back and get him. Let me look at. Usually when I go with both field goal kickers, I get screwed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Cam Little off and add De'Ami Brown back on. And then I'll be done. Add De'Ami Brown back on here. And I think I'm good. That's better. $316. I feel better about that. If I'm gonna have to get 8 things to go my way, I need to win at least over $200. So that feels better. So I need a lot to go right tonight. Travis Etienne, anytime touchdown. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown. Really, let me go back. Let me see if anytime touchdown, because he's not running a touchdown. Okay. So let's see. Receiving touchdown. Well, do they have that? I only see rush and passing touchdown. Let's click on them and see. I guess you just got to go anytime touchdown. That's fine. I'll leave him. It's not a big deal. All right. So Travis Etienne and Travis Kelce. So the two Travises, or Trevor, excuse me, Etienne and Travis Kelce for anytime touchdown. Xavier Worthy, roughly 60 yards. Harrison Butker, need him to make just 2 field goals tonight. Brenton Strange, 4 catches for him. I feel like that's easy money. Brashard Smith, they could jerk me here, but I really feel like they want to get him involved in the pass game. So I can see him catching the ball 2 or 3 times tonight and getting the 10.5 yards I need him to get. And then Mahomes, combo of rush and pass yards over 275. And De'Ami Brown, 2.5 catches. He's going to return tonight. I think they're going to feature him and get him involved in the offense. And I see him catching the football at least 3 times tonight. So putting down 15 on this. Let's go get this money. Big shout out to Sleeper. for sponsoring this stream. That, my friends, is the Skill Game, brought to you by Sleeper.
The Skill Game, brought to you by Sleeper.
So that's going to do it for me, your man Louie T, here on this installment of the Skill Game, brought to you by Sleeper. Use my promo code LTN to get you 100% match on a deposit up to $100. What are you waiting on? This money is here. They're giving away money. Go put your hands on some of it. Go put your hands on some of it. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, your man Louie T. We'll see how I did later on tonight on Overtime. Hopefully, I'll be talking about getting a win. I'm due for one, man. I'm long overdue. Like a library book that you borrowed from the library 2 months ago. I'm long overdue. Let's go get some money tonight, man. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.